Hey, what's up, guys? I uh I wanted to do a video about the Capricorn New Moon because I've never done this before. Yeah. So for those of you who aren't aware of the moon cycles, we had a Capricorn New Moon yesterday. Now, the moon cycle is a very interesting thing. I haven't always been a person who followed the moon cycle, but I've always loved the moon. And now that I've taken a further interest in astrology, I've learned that the planets in our solar system are quite magical, and their meanings are quite magical as well. So for now, we'll just talk about the moon. The moon, obviously, I'm sure most of us know of the full moon. That is when the moon is filled with light. Now, something very interesting about astrology is that whatever zodiac sign we're in, we're going to experience a full moon in the opposite zodiac sign. So we're at the tail end of Capricorn season now, you guys. And that would mean that the opposite of Capricorn is Cancer. Cancer is actually ruled by the moon. So on January 1st, when we were all bringing in the new year, we had a Cancer full moon because it was Capricorn season. So in other words, we're never going to have a full moon in the same sign that we're in. So since it's Capricorn season, we're not going to have a Capricorn full moon. Instead, we have what we call a new moon. So full moons are when the moon is completely filled with light. And full moons in astrology are symbolic for new beginnings and endings because, you know, they kind of go together. Whenever something ends, it's just kind of law in the universe. It's just natural for something to begin as well. It's kind of like you create space for something to happen. So that's what a full moon. It's like the moon is also symbolic for our subconscious. It's symbolic for our inner feelings. Okay, we all have a moon sign. When we were born, we all had, you know, the planets were above us, and the moon was somewhere. For instance, for me as an example, the moon was in Taurus, very early degree, just getting out of Aries when I was born. So when we're born, guys, the planets and where they were, you know, this is called a birth chart. And you can find it by typing in your exact time of birth and your place of birth and your day that you were born. And you're going to get what we call a birth chart. And it'll show you where all the planets are. And we all have a moon, a sign, and a rising sign. You know, most people just know about their sun sign, right? Their main zodiac sign. But there's so much more to be found in the birth chart. So the moon. Definitely symbolic for our inner feelings and our soul as well. The moon is our soul, our inner soul, the deepest part of us. So that would be, you know, the moon is always in a different place when we're born as well. It could be in a crescent shape. It's so cool to know these things. When I was born, the moon was a waxing crescent. Some people were born on a new moon, when the moon and the sun were both in the same sign. Now, when that happens, we're never going to have a full moon. So we're almost in Aquarius season. We're not going to have a full moon in Aquarius season. It's kind of like light and dark. You know, the sun symbolizes light and masculine energy, and the moon symbolizes feminine energy and darkness. And it's not good or evil, it's just light and dark. And the two are completely different. Dark energy is more so an intuitive energy. It's more so empathetic and emotional energy. And we just call it dark because you have to go a little bit more beneath what we can see and what we're aware of to find these kind of moon energies. The moon is more so about, you know, it controls the water in the ocean. So, yeah, and the moon is ruled by Cancer, and the moon is the Pisces card in tarot. So, yeah, a lot to do with our feelings. So when the moon is doing certain things in the sky, us as humans that are about 80% water, we are affected as well by the moon. And I like to follow the moon cycle between full and new. And the moon, you see this zodiac wheel back here? The moon travels around the zodiac wheel until it reaches the point where it's full, until it reaches the point where it's empty. So a full moon and a new moon are actually opposite of each other. Filled with light, no light at all. I did have some sort of diagram. I don't know if it's right here next to me though, but I did have a diagram that I made. I think I found it. Oh yeah, here it is. So I could kind of show you here. I made this a long time ago, but here are the moon phases. So You see, we could talk about all these, but right now we're just going to focus on the full moon and what's right across from it, the new moon. So I had a kind of interesting way of coloring this, but the shady part would be when the moon is, this is the part of the moon you can't see. So over here by the full moon, you see that it's filled with lights, and there's, and then as the moon travels, it waxes and it wanes. So I just wanted to show you guys that there real quick. So we had a new moon in Capricorn yesterday, and the moon is in Aquarius now. But I still wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about what this new moon means and what we can look forward to. And I also want to pull some tarot cards for all 12 zodiac signs to get a kind of better idea of what it is that we should be looking forward to. So new moons, we talked about the full moon and how it's completions and new beginnings. Well, a new moon is all about looking towards the future. When the moon is empty of light, how sometimes when you're outside, as a child, I used to wonder this, sometimes you can see the moon, sometimes it's completely round, and when there's full moons, major completions happening in different areas of our life. And then we have the little sliver of light sometimes that shows in the moon, which is a crescent moon, but sometimes we can't see the moon, right? You ever wonder why? You can't see the moon, you go out and you can't see it. Well, sometimes this is because the moon is behind a cloud, or maybe the sky is really dark. But sometimes it's because the moon is it's in new form. So this is when we say the moon is in the womb of the universe. So when we're in the womb of the universe, it's time to really think about our future. It's time to really think about what we want to give birth to, what we want to see manifest, and what we want to set our intent for the future. It's like planting seeds almost. So every new moon, I write out my intentions for the future, and I always follow the theme. So this is a Capricorn themed moon. So what do we mean by that? Capricorn is the cardinal earth sign. So this is all about getting grounded, you guys. And the sun and the moon were here. And we also had Saturn here, and Pluto here, and Venus here, and Mercury here. We had a lot of energy, okay? We call that a stellium. And we had Venus as well, if I didn't say that one. That's a super stellium. So lots of Capricorn energy. We all have Capricorn energy somewhere in our chart. So it's really, really nice to enlighten ourselves and know where Capricorn is in our chart. For me, it's in my first house because I have a Capricorn rising. So all of this energy was about me personally. It was affecting me personally, and I definitely felt that energy. For others of you, you may have a sun sign. Maybe you were born and you just experienced a birthday. That means that the sun was in Capricorn when you were born. So you felt this new moon as well. So, it'd be really, really wise to find out where this Capricorn energy fell for you. And I can help you with that if if you're not really sure how to do that. So this new moon, guys, it's definitely a time. I'm not sure if you guys felt the shift, but I do conversate with a lot of spiritual people, and a lot of the conversations today are about how different the energy is and how different people are responding to them. And it's because this Capricorn new moon was actually the real start of the new year. This is what it took. The sun, which is about our awareness and which is about our physical, awareness and everything that's physical and masculine. The sun was showing us the awareness of our future, grounding us in certain career goals, certain legacy goals, long-term goals is what Capricorn is about. Capricorn is all about ambition and climbing this kind of mountain to get to where you want to go, to get to being the most successful. Capricorn is a very goal-oriented sign. So this is a time to set goals, guys. This is a very realistic, grounded energy. So, we have energies in the sky that are more fantasizing and are more imaginative and watery, but we also have these grounded earth signs as well, and these passionate fire signs and these intellectual air signs. So we can work with these energies. It's magic. It's actually magic, and it's alchemy. So the new moon is a great time for us to focus on what we want our future to look like. This is such an important moon. This is just the prime moon here, especially because it's opposite of Cancer, who rules the moon. So she's kind of secretly involved in this Capricorn energy, slight emotion there. Capricorn can be an energy in the sky that is a little bit foreign with emotion. They're more so about logic and grounded. So this is all about reality, you guys. This is all about grounding ourselves in reality and what it is that we want to see in our realities change. So we have until now, from now until the next full moon next month in Leo, when it's Aquarius season, we have time here to kind of work with this magic and set intentions with the universe for what we want to see change. So I would highly recommend that you guys take part in this kind of this kind of magical ceremony here, even if it's just stepping outside and just looking up at the stars and talking to the universe. You don't have to be like me and write everything down and burn a piece of paper and all that, but I like to get pretty good with it. I like to do these magical things because I'm a Pisces. So I just wanted to come to you guys today, talk to you a little bit about that. I'll probably have future videos about more. There's always more to talk about, but for now I just wanted to get you guys, each of the zodiac signs, a card to talk about what we can manifest a little bit more. So I'm just going to be doing this intuitively, and this card is going to tell you, depending on your zodiac sign, what it is that you should focus on in the future. So the first zodiac sign is Aries. So I'm going to listen here, follow my intuition, and we will get a card for Aries. Aries, we have love. So this is a time for you to manifest love in your life. Wow, Aries, this is talking about opening up your heart. And this is the number 10 up here, which is all about Capricorn. Capricorn is the 10th house. And you are a cardinal sign, Aries. So you are really at home with these cardinal energies. You're used to being this cardinal action-based person. But now it's time, the universe is saying it's time to focus your energy on a more loving, passionate, and you're a fire sign. So you're all about passion, you're all about love, you're all about those kind of energies, but you want to focus your energy on something that makes you feel loved, something that opens up your heart. In this card here, we see this lady, she's kind of opening up her heart, giving it away or receiving someone else's heart in the way of a gift. So this can be many different things, Aries, but you want to spread the love to yourself. This is self-love. You really want, this is a time for love in your life, what the universe is saying. So it's grounded love, realistic love, whether it's about you or another person. And this is also loving your career as well, okay? For those of you who are working really hard, this is about doing something that you're passionate about that just lights your heart up, okay? Open your heart, the universe says, Aries, because there are new things on the horizon for you. Taurus. Taurus moon, Taurus rising. This is for sun, moon, and rising, you guys. For those of you who know your sun, moon, and rising. So let's listen here for Taurus. What card do we have for Taurus? Ooh, wishing. Okay, so this is a time for you to wish, Taurus. This is a beautiful, beautiful time for you to wish, set goals for the future of wishing. And this is, you see this card here, a very beautiful card. And this is the 19. Okay, so 9 plus 1 is 10 again. So you may have certain career wishes. This is long-term goals, remember. This is earth, grounded energy. You're an earth sign, Taurus. So this was your sister sign. This new moon was in your sister sign. And as an earth sign, you're already logical. You're already stable and grounded. So, to go with all that energy, it's time to wish now. This is a more creative energy, Taurus. This is a more imaginative energy. So it's time for you to really approach that wishing well. This is like a metaphorical wishing well for you. And it's time for you to focus on what it is that your wishes, your hopes and your dreams, life is changing as well for you, Taurus. And it's time for you to think about everything that you want to see happen. And not just realistic things, Taurus. Not just realistic and grounded logical things, but things that are in the universe for you. Things that make your heart feel so light. Anything that you want, Taurus, you can wish for that now. And we have the number 10 up here for you, validating that this is also, if you have career wishes, if you have money or financial wishes, anything you want, Taurus, you can wish for it now. So that is what this new moon is about for you. And you want to focus on your wishes. You want to focus on what you wish for, your future. Gemini. Gemini sun, moon, and rising. What is it that Gemini can be focusing on for the future? Okay, so we have cycles for you, Gemini. Now, this is a very, very good card to come out because you see all the moon cycles here. So for you, Gemini, you need to be focusing on what it is that is changing for you. There's a lot of cycles in the universe. There are lots of cycles in the universe. We have a time to be full. We have a time to be new. We have a time to wax and wane. Just like the moon, we all go through phases, Gemini. And you are the twins. You are the zodiac twins. So I do believe that you are someone who goes through a lot of cycles as it is. So it's time for you to really be focusing on the cycle that you're in life. What is it that you feel is ending? What is it that you feel is beginning, Gemini? Because it's a time for change. It's a time for grounded change as well. So the universe is saying to you, Gemini, that you really want to reflect and set intention for your future, for what you want to see complete and what you want to see begin. This is a beautiful card, and I believe it is a 10 as well. Yes, 7 plus 3 7 plus 3 is 10. So we have another 10 card. We have a 10 for Aries, a 10 for Taurus, and a 10 for you, Gemini. The number 10 is really, really powerful right now. It's a powerful number for completions and new beginnings. And that's exactly what these moon cycles are bringing right now. So Gemini, it's a time for you to think about what's going around for you, what's coming to completion and what's coming to fruition. This is all about the cycles of your life. And the universe also wants you to know that things happen in divine timing. You know, everything's happening in a certain cycle in your lifetime. So whatever that may be, if it is a career, if it is your love life, or excuse me, some sort of goal that you have, it's all happening for a reason, Gemini, and it's happening in a cycle. So I'm seeing some numerology here. A lot of the zodiac signs are very much completing. Ooh, Cancer, for you, we had a card pop out, and it was risk. So for you, Cancer, we don't have a number 10 for you. We have the number 4. But that's very, very interesting because you're the 4th house. And number 4 on the zodiac wheel is actually opposite of the number 10. So you're the opposite sign of Capricorn. And it's time for you to take a risk. You see this lady here, how she's surrendering and she's jumping off of the edge of a cliff. This is almost like the Fool card in tarot. So there's a new journey for you, Cancer. I see that you're really, really ready to jump. Take a risk with something, maybe emotionally, maybe logically, maybe mentally, spiritually. Probably different for all of you, but you're ready to take a risk nonetheless. And you are taking a leap with something, a leap of faith. So this is very interesting. It may be a certain risk in your home environment, since it's the number 4 up here. It may be a risk in your career. It may be a certain risk in your life. I see that you're really changing some things up. So this new moon is a good time for you to think about what you want to jump for, Cancer. What it is that you want to take a leap for, a leap of faith for, and just trust the universe. So whatever, if you had a question in mind, if you've been wondering about something, this is a huge yes from the universe to take that leap and go. The time is now. This is a huge green light for you, Cancer. All the planets are direct. You just had that full moon in the beginning of the month. So it's a time for you to take a risk and take a jump for whatever it is, Cancer, whatever it is for you. Leo, what is it that Leo can be planting seeds for in the future? Leo. What is it that Leo? And Leo, you have an eclipse at the end of this month, okay? So let's see here. All right, Leo, we have choices for you. Choices. So we have this moon here. Looks like a new moon to me. And we have 4 and 6. And I believe that is 10. I hate numbers. 4 plus 6 is 10, you guys. So this is a number 10 for you as well, Leo. The number 10 is very, very strong in the universe right now. And this is a time for you to make a choice, Leo. There's some sort of choice that you're supposed to make. So this new moon was all about a decision that you need to make. It may be a decision that's light and dark. We see the white wing and the black wing there. But you're taking flight, Leo. And it's a choice to take a flight. But what direction are you going to go in? So you might be at a crossroads, and if you haven't reached this crossroads yet, the universe is telling me that you will. There's a certain choice. Now, I wouldn't be surprised, Leo, because you have an eclipse, as I was mentioning, at the end of this month. And this eclipse, it's kind of following that eclipse that happened back in August 2017 when we had that solar eclipse. And it's interesting, eclipses have a lot to do with light and dark, when the sun and the moon kind of collide. So there may be something colliding in your life right now that's forcing you, I don't mean to say force, but it's definitely, it's causing you to make a decision. There's certain choices coming up for you, Leo. And it's important for you to focus on what it is that you want to do. Make sure that you're making choices for yourself. Make sure that you're making grounded choices. So if there's anything in your life that you've already been feeling kind of indecisive about, then the universe is telling you that the new moon that we had yesterday, it's a time for you to be really focusing your intent on what's best for your legacy and what's best for your long-term goals. These are choices about your long-term goals, possibly about your career or love life, or just about you in general. So it's time to make a decision, Leo. Virgo. What is it that Virgos are focusing on? What is this new moon about for Virgo? What is this new moon about for Virgo? What are they going to be up to? Planting seeds about. Okay, we have the fledgling for you, Virgo, and this is the number 1. Easy for me to add that up, right? Well, the number 1 is all about new beginnings. So this is about new beginnings and endings for you, Virgo. Very straight to the point for you. There's something new coming in your life. This new moon is a great time for you to think about anything new that you want to start, anything new that you want to begin, or a project, or this is just newness, Virgo. This new moon, I mean, and you are an earth sign as well, so I'm not really surprised to see this here. So that earth energy really grounded you in your life, and you're ready to start something completely new. The fledgling is like the Fool card in tarot. Just like Cancer, you're kind of taking a risk here. You're ready to learn something new. This could be something new in your career. And I'm saying that because Capricorn rules the career, you guys. So this could be something new in the career, something new with finances, some sort of new idea that you have. I believe that you'll know what this means when you hear this message. But the universe is telling me that Virgo is really ready. And you know, this tells me, Virgo, that you've really made some completions and you've done the hard work mentally and logically and physically in order to get to this place here, because the fledgling, she's been on a long journey in order to start over. So this is kind of starting over, Virgo, and doing something in a completely new way. I'm not sure if you've been feeling like that, but the universe is giving you a green light to start something completely new. This is a fresh start with anything in your life, something grounded. So Virgo, don't be afraid to just start from a clean slate. You have kind of a clean slate here from the universe with all this earth energy, right? All right, so Libra, what is it that Libra, you're a cardinal sign too. So you felt this cardinal energy, I'm sure. So what is it that Libra is planting for their future? Whoa, okay, this is your card, Libra. We have the High Priestess of Water. So wow, Libra, this is the number 4. So you really felt that 4th house energy. And it's no surprise, Capricorn is your 4th house. Libra, Scorpio, Sag, Capricorn. So this Capricorn energy was all about your 4th home of emotion. This is emotional foundation. Look at this beautiful High Priestess. So this is telling me that, Libra, this new moon is a good time for you to get in touch with your emotion. This is time to plant seeds and try to set the intention for new emotional beginnings that you would like to. So it has something to do with your emotional foundation, Libra. So as a Libra, you know, you are the balance scales. I know that air signs struggle a bit with emotion because you're more so about intellect. But this new moon is really about emotional seeds for you. This is about focusing on your emotions. Something, you know, that energy in Capricorn is ironically all about feelings for you, you know. So this is a water and a earth opposition, and for you, you know, you're balancing the more so intuitive and spiritual side of things now. So you really want to be focusing your intent for the future of your emotions. Some of you may be moving or thinking about a new living situation because we have the number 4 up here. The 4th house is all about, this is the Cancer house. This is like a Cancer card. So, you know, all this energy opposite of you, opposite of your 10th house, this is the 4th house. Capricorn is your 4th house. Cancer is your 10th house. So this is all about emotions in the career. This is all about balancing your home life and your career life in order to be happy emotionally, okay? Seeing that some of you may be balancing some sort of financial, emotional home environment, something with that. So Libra, all about your emotions. It's time for you to pay attention to your inner guidance. The moon is all about emotion. So right now you want to think about the future of your emotion, your emotional health, and your emotional logic. Scorpio. What is Scorpio? This is a water sign, guys. Water sign Scorpios. Probably feeling the vibes as well. So what is it that Scorpio can set for their future? What was this Capricorn new moon about for Scorpio? We have the High Priestess of Water for you too. So the second half of the zodiac wheel I see was really feeling the vibes. Scorpio, you're a water sign. So this is a bit different for you than it is for Libra, but it is about your 4th house of home as well. So you really want to make sure that you're balancing and stabilizing your emotions right now, Scorpio. I'm hearing that some of you may be having a little bit of difficulties with your emotions. Scorpio, you can be that way a little bit. You know, you are a scorpion, so you have a lot of protection about you. You have these claws and this stinger, and you have this protected armor. So the universe is telling you to, you know, explore your softer side a little bit. You know, things are getting really lighter for you guys. I think it's making you quite, ooh, okay, well, spirit does things sometimes, and we have success. I hope you guys just saw that. That was not me. And we have the High Priestess of Spirit. So there's some sort of spiritual success going on for you, Scorpio. And it's causing you a lot of emotions. And what I was going to say there before those cards kind of fell is that I feel that this new emotion, you know, a lot of us are going through new emotions. You want to make sure you have a foundation for that, Scorpio. Explore the softer side of you because there's new opportunities emotionally for you. So this new moon was all about the feels and all about the emotion for you. And there's a new emotional beginning happening for you. So you want to make sure you have a sound foundation. I believe this new moon gave Scorpio a foundation for their emotion. So a lot of feelings there for you, Scorpio. And I know you're not quite used to that, but embrace it. The universe is giving you signs. Sagittarius. What do we have for Sagittarius? What newness? What was this new moon in what was this new moon in Capricorn about for Sag? New moon for Sagittarius. Let's get a card for Sagittarius. Okay, well, we have trapped for you, Sagittarius. Now, this card came up a lot for Pisces in my reading, so don't be too afraid. The message here is that if you are feeling trapped, could be mentally. You just want to keep in mind that these prisons and these trap situations come in all different shapes and sizes. So you could be feeling trapped mentally or physically or financially, especially because all this second house energy for you guys. But trapped is coming up for you. Let's see here. And this is the 7 up there. So you may be feeling trapped in a certain relationship situation because we have 4 plus 7 up there. So your 7th house is Gemini. So you want to balance, you know, Gemini are the twins. There's light and dark there. So take the light and dark in your relationships, past relationships, futuristic, whatever. But this is a lot about your opposite in the 7th house. But I am hearing for most of you that it's more of a mentally trapped situation. You feel mentally trapped, or maybe some of you feel emotionally trapped or spiritually trapped, but you feel stuck and you feel stagnant. And, you know, whenever you start feeling this way, this card reminds you that this prison here, you see this crow there, you know, there's a key to this cage, and this cage is an illusion, okay? This is not real. This is temporary. This could be for your own protection. There's some sort of hidden meaning behind this trap situation. You're not really trapped, Sag. You know, and I always say that mental prisons sometimes can be harder to get out of than real prisons. You may be dealing with some sort of prison situation. Someone you love may be in jail or something like that. But I see this more so as you feeling this way. So what this card talks about is that this is only temporary. This is a temporary prison. Nothing stays the same forever, Sagittarius. You know, you guys are very freedom-loving signs. You really like to spread your wings. You do not like feeling trapped. This feels like Saturn and Sagittarius that left your sign almost a month ago. You know, but, you know, you can still be feeling that kind of Saturn energy restricting you. And you know, I told you guys in my videos on my channel that, you know, it might take you a couple of months, maybe 5-6 months to really feel this energy of Saturn release. Saturn is no longer in your guys' sign. So if you are causing, or because, you know, sometimes we can cause our own prisons. So if this is you, you know, feeling trapped or mentally, you know, kind of, this could be in the mind basically, then you really want to tap into some of that freedom that you have, Sagittarius. This new moon is all about you removing boundaries that were placed on you for the last 3 years. You may have someone in your life that was, you know, restricting you, manipulating you, causing you to feel this kind of stuck, stagnant energy. Well, the new moon is saying that is all gone. There is no more of this stuck, stagnant energy, and you will fly again. This cage will disappear. The new moon is all about setting goals and imagining what it is that can, you know, whatever it takes for you not to feel this way anymore, Sagittarius. That is what this new moon is trying to ground you with. And your reality, it doesn't need to be trapped anymore. So, yeah, Sagittarius. So let's go ahead. Okay, Capricorn. Capricorn, this new moon was in your sign. Okay, so this was all about your energy. You have a stellium in your sign. The moon just moved into Aquarius. Mercury moved into Aquarius. Let's see here what we have. We have letting go. Sorry, guys. That might have been loud. sometimes, I'm sorry. Letting go, Capricorn. Okay, see these beautiful butterflies? So this is all about letting go for you. Beautiful. This is perfect. Perfect. 22 up there. I'm not sure if that number means anything to you guys, but 2 plus 2 is 4. So this may be some emotional, this is 4, the 4th house. The 4th house is all about emotional stability. I do see water in the background of this picture. So this is all about letting go of some certain emotions that have been really bogging you down. As I was mentioning, Capricorn, you know, you guys are the cardinal earth sign. So, you know, you don't really embrace you're not really comfortable with emotions that much. You might be letting go of certain emotions that have been holding you back. Letting go of emotion might be the way that, sorry, I thought I forgot Scorpio for a minute there. I don't know if some of you are dealing with a Scorpio then or something, but letting go of those emotions might be, oh, okay, I know why I thought of Scorpio now. Because of these butterflies here. Butterflies are a symbol of transformation, you know, the whole cocoon process. So, and it's interesting, I did say that the new moon was like being in the womb. So you are in the womb, Capricorn, and, you know, your birthdays, you know, some of you may have birthdays in the next couple of days. But if you don't, then that means you're an Aquarius and not a Capricorn. But for those Capricorns that have experienced birthdays, your solar returns, you are really blossoming like a butterfly. You are a whole new you. And in order to embrace that new you, this new moon is telling you to let go of what no longer serves you, whatever, if it's emotional or logical, people, places, and things and situations that are weighing you down because you've been in a cocoon. This new moon was a cocoon for you that you're kind of busting out of now, and you're ready to spread your wings and fly and embrace this new you. So this is all about letting go for you. And I did mention, my mind went to Scorpio, and it's because you're transforming. This is all about a transformation for you and a rebirth. So in order to be reborn, Capricorn, there are certain things that need to die and shed metaphorically in your life. So whatever is no longer alive in your life, it needs to go. Let it go beautifully. You know, these butterflies, they're just very beautiful. You don't want to hold on to a butterfly. You know, the little powder that comes off of their wings, it kills them. So if you love it, let it go, Capricorn. This could be letting go of relationships or emotions, letting go of certain home situations, but whatever it is, let it go. And I see you guys as these beautiful butterflies flying after all this energy, after this Saturn energy is you know, teaching you guys lots of new things about life. So it's all about letting go for you. So the new moon is telling you to set intentions and to be thinking about what it is that has transformed in your life. A lot has happened, Capricorn. This is very intense for you. So, you know, I'm glad that that card came up for you because that's a beautiful message there for you. And I think that that will apply very strongly to the majority of you. Aquarius. Aquarius. We have Venus, I believe, entered your sign. Mercury's entering your sign in a couple of weeks. The sun is entering your sign. So we have Aquarius season coming up. So very important here. This stellium that was in Capricorn, it's all going to, except for Saturn, except for Pluto, all that energy though is going to be moving into your sign. Okay, very intense. We have a Leo eclipse at the end of the month opposite your sign. So let's get you a message here about this new moon and what it is that this was about for you. What was the energy about for Aquarius? Okay, so we have rigid coming up. Rigid. So Capricorn energy, you know, this is a good energy to kind of explain rigid. And I say Capricorn because there was a lot of energy in your 12th house, okay? So it's time for you to really embrace a new you, Aquarius. You know, Aquarius, you can be very worried. This is a worried energy. The word rigid, it means just being on guard. Do you see this bird here? And it's interesting. I don't know if some of you are kind of with Sagittarius or if that matters, but I'm remembering the crow that was in the cage of Sagittarius. So there's something here with you and Sagittarius there. But instead of you being in a cage like Sagittarius is mentally, Aquarius, you're just on this kind of stone wall. So it's almost as if you're getting over some sort of cold situation. This reminds me of like you've built this wall up, but do you see the light radiating? So this is like you've reached this wall, Aquarius, and this is like the metaphorical wall that exists between you and your success now. It's the wall that exists between you and certain new relationships and new situations. So this is kind of the light in the dark. The light is trying to shine through, but this cold stone wall, you know, it's kind of like the tower. It's like almost going to crumble down. So maybe some of you are really letting these rigid walls crumble down. And I see that this new moon was all about For you, it's about thinking of what it is that you need to change, about you. Are you worrying too much, Aquarius? Is there something here with rigidness? This also talks about getting over certain things from the past, this card does. And this is the 30 card. So I don't know if number 30 matters to you guys, but this is 3 plus 0, and that's the third house. So there may be the third house is about communication. So there may be some sort of rigid communication taking place at work, or because Capricorn's all about work, and you're the 11th house, Aquarius. So this is about groups. So if there's any rigid group members that you're working with, maybe you're having a hard time working with, this might not even be your energy. I feel that you're just dealing with this energy, Aquarius. That's what the angels are telling me. So this new moon was all about this kind of energy for you, you trying to take flight in the lights and get over this dark energy. I feel that your birthdays and all this stellium, these eclipses, you being the south node, this might have a lot to do with you being the south node. This is a rather sad energy. So I do feel, and these cards are very honest. This is the wisdom of the house of night. So a lot of Aquariuses out there, I hear, are either struggling with feeling rigid themselves or dealing with other rigid people. And the word rigid, it's not one of my favorite words, but I just feel that it means kind of like on guard or just worried or anxiety, like some people say that, oh, you have a rigid personality. So Aquarius, you are not a rigid individual. You are actually very fun and loving, and I think that it's time to think about the things in your life that make you seem or make you feel energy like this. Whatever you're feeling with your own intuition about this, the new moon is all about thinking of these energies in your life and possibly getting over some sort of cold and shallow wall that either was created for you or created by you or because of you or something. But it's about getting to the light now, Aquarius, of your birthdays, and I see that there's just a more positive future for you. So this new moon was all about grounding yourself in who you truly are and not who people think you are. And it's about taking flight now from really sad and rigid situations that have really bogged you down over the years. That is all a thing in the past. This is a new energy. So the Capricorn New Moon, it's really the beginning for you. It's the beginning of the light shining through to the cold and rigidness. And I believe that you do feel that release, Aquarius. I feel that you feel that. You may have been worried in the past, but you're changing. And there's just new things on the horizon that you want to embrace, okay? The light is shining down on this kind of cold wall that's protecting you, and you're getting over a lot of mountains and hurdles in your life, I'm hearing. Okay, the last sign, Pisces. What is it for Pisces? What is this new moon about for Pisces? What is this new moon about for Pisces? This Capricorn new moon. Okay, we have denial. So Pisces, there may be something that you're denying right now. This is the 14. Not sure if some of you have a 14 important to your life. 4 plus 1 is 5. So you may be denying yourself pleasure. And it's interesting that I say that. The 5 up here, 1 plus 4, that the 5th house is all about pleasure and fun. So, okay, are you guys like really feeling this Capricorn energy and you're trying to be Capricorns? All work and no play. Like, let's face it, Pisces are not built that way. Pisces are dreamers, and we are constantly reaching for something in our futures or in our past, but whatever, we're always reaching for the light. And there's like these grapes up here, so it's like we're reaching for like fruits of knowledge. We're reaching for whatever these are like metaphors up here. Whatever this symbolizes, whatever you're after, your success, your goals, your wishes, your wants, and your dreams. And we see this hand here, but for some reason we're like denying ourselves. And I see this moon here, so we may be just denying ourselves of our own intuition. We're just in denial about something, you guys. And I feel that we're in denial about what it is that actually causes us happiness, what it is that actually causes us fun and like positivity and passion. So no more denying, Pisces. It's time for you to really embrace your future. This new moon was all about, it's a good time for us to really think about what really is real. We don't really belong here. We're the last house. We're very mysterious and very watery. So, we can sometimes get a little lost in the physical realms. And let me tell you, this Capricorn energy was so realistic. And we can benefit from that kind of energy. You know, it really does ground us. Usually we're very dreamy and we're very fantasizing and watery, all up in our feelings. And I love that. Don't get me wrong. But it's good for us to kind of face this kind of energy as well, because the universe is saying, Pisces, it's time to wake up. It's time to ground yourself. It's time to reach for these very realistic things. It's time to reach for the life that you want. And it's time to stop letting people, places, and things deny you from the life that you want as well, because it's in reach. Look how close we are to getting it. It's just, come on now, when you're this close, with this Capricorn energy, it's all about mountains and all about finish lines. So when we're this close to happiness and we're this close to pleasure, do not let something as little and as insignificant as denial stop you from getting what you want now. We're reaching for the light. We're reaching for wisdom and enlightenment and happiness, positivity, and we're very close to reaching it. Do not give up now. And don't deny yourself of this happiness either, okay? So this new moon was about, you know, and this may be for some of you the denial that you need to give other people, because right now, Pisces, we're just very focused on what we want. I see that this Capricorn energy really focused us on our own success. We really needed this Capricorn energy. It grounded us, and we're mixing our spirituality and our intuition with our success and with our long-term goals. So we may be denying other people. Maybe it's a time for us to think about what we no longer want in our life. You know how it's hard for us to say no sometimes? Well, we're really, this new moon is about embodying that kind of Capricorn stern energy. And it's about thinking about our future now. So maybe we're going to be denying people, like, no, it's about me now. Sorry, like, no, this isn't good enough. This isn't good for me. I have to say no to you. So this is saying no and denying certain people, places, and things that no longer match our vibration. But like I said, you keep reaching for what you want and make sure that you are not denying yourself of what it is that you want. So let's get a card for everyone, just in case you wanted to know a little bit more about the card that you got. This card is going to validate all the cards. So let's get a card here for the entire world, everyone as a collective. So what was this Capricorn New Moon about in the universe? And we had a card flip over. Wow. Okay, so we have the High Priestess of Earth at the bottom of the deck, and this is 3. So this is grounded communication, you guys. This is time to really communicate with ourselves and with others. Okay, but look what come out. Forbidden. So I believe that there's certain forbidden doors here. You know, Saturn is in Capricorn, you guys, and Saturn is all about restrictions. This forbidden card, it talks about the universe telling you no about something, and this is the 18. So this is the number 9 card. So I think that some of us are really wanting to expand in certain areas, just like you, Sagittarius. You're the 9th house, and this is the number 9. So I think for you, Sagittarius, this is talking about, and I only say this because it really does matter for all of us. Sagittarius is the house of expansion. And since this is the number 9, I kind of feel that Capricorn energy, it grounded us all, and we're ready for what's next, but there's still divine timing here that we need to obey and listen to. The universe is telling us that there are certain doors that are closed forever now, and we're going to want to look back at times, you know, but we did not work this hard just to go back to, you know how that is, guys, when we get rid of certain people, places, and things in our life. You know, we find ourselves better, you know, we transform. This new moon really did change us all. And I feel that we're going to be transforming into people, these grounded earth figures here. We're going to be much more logical. This new moon was a completely new life for all of us. And we have to embrace that new life now. There's no looking back, you know. It's kind of like almost not smart, the universe is saying. It's not educated. It wouldn't be wise. There we go. It wouldn't be wise to open certain doors that the universe has closed, because that's what this card is about. And this is the card that came out, and at the bottom of the deck we have Earth. So I do feel this is Saturn and this is Saturn. See that? That's how that just meant something to me. Like literally, these doors are closed, so much so that card was backwards. So Capricorn energy, this new moon, the universe has worked really hard getting us to where we are, guys. This is wherever you are in life, take a look. Just take a moment and just think about where you are in life right now. What it is, where you are in your goals, where you are realistically, where you are in reality. Because this Capricorn energy with the moon and the sun, this new moon, we are in our true life's destiny right now. We worked hard to get where we are. This is a very this is the queen of earth, the high priestess of earth. So we're very intellectual. This Capricorn energy, you know, and the third house is all about our mind. It's the house of Gemini. You know, so I feel that this three earth energy is all about a trinity. You know, this is a very protecting and very, very like trine of earth. And that's just powerful. Triangles are the most powerful shape in the universe. So this is a very powerful earth energy. And we need to keep this earth energy, stay grounded, because all this energy is going to move out of Capricorn, most of it anyways, not Saturn, not forbidden Saturn. Saturn tells us things. This is boundaries, this is limits, restrictions. And I know that when this energy moves, you know, as the months move on, we're going to want to turn back to certain, but this isn't good. This card says that there are certain things now that are not good for us. So whatever, if you've learned, if there was a certain person that the universe showed you over the last few months that they're not good for you, if you broke up, if there's certain jobs that you're not working at anymore, know that the universe was at work grounding your life just so that you could be where you are today, so that you could be where you're meant to be on the new moon come mid-January today. So it's time to embrace this full energy. This is all earth energy. It will move into Aquarius, but it's about, that's going to turn everything into kind of like a higher knowledge. That's the ascended realm, right? And then we're going to move into Pisces, and then we'll be in Aries season. So it's time to, this energy can really help us, you guys, especially when it comes to not going back to certain doors that are closed and locked forever. This is the universe saying no to you. This is Saturn and Capricorn saying no to you about certain things. So we did have the forbidden card come out. And if you take a closer look at that door, you know, this is forbidden knowledge, forbidden knowledge. So some of us, you know, I am seeing that some of you may go through this door. Some of you may re-enter the doors in your life, but it's going to cost you your groundedness. And we do have the rigid card right underneath that. But some of you are going to take that risk. Some of you are going to take that risk secretly. And then we have invisible, all right? But it might cause you chaos. Like, we can just keep on going. So you better listen to your intuition, guys, because the universe has spoken. And there are certain loyalty. You might want to have some sort of loyalty here. We have the 3 and the 3. So you want to stay loyal to the energy that has grounded you. You know, it's going to feel like it disappears because this energy is not going to stay in Capricorn. So what we're feeling right now, we have to remember it. And ground ourselves in it and stay away from people, places, and things that are no longer good for us, because they're going to distract us from our success. They're going to distract us from the long-term goals. You know, it's not necessarily about only right now. You want to focus on the future as well. This is a time to embrace the future, our future. You know, we don't want to let other people dictate what we do. So the universe is telling us no about a certain thing. You know, it's telling us no about something that's expansive. We think that it's expansive, but at the same time, it's not. Not yet. There's a time and a place for doors to open. And this one is not opening right now because it's the door of chaos. So just try to follow your intuition, guys, and try to do your best to ground yourself in your own intuitive feelings, and you'll know what doors, you know, for one door closed is another door open. And I believe that this new moon was a door closed and a door open. So whatever, this is a motherfucking spiritual hallway, and the light will lead you, is what I'm hearing. The light will lead you to what doors the doors will open for you. Now that's the kind of the good part about this Capricorn energy, is that the doors will open for you, and the doors will also close for you as well. But ooh, I would hate to be a person who opens those forbidden doors. Unless you're unless it's a part of your destiny. Like Capricorn, you may be opening that door. But I didn't get that message. You know, I'm just kind of channeling here. I see that, you know, that door, it was a door of darkness. And behind that door, you know, it's shut and locked and bolted for a reason. You know, this door, you know, you're very much, you have a higher knowledge now. And you're walking away from this door. And I see that it's going to stay locked until maybe someday we'll return to these things, guys. But there are certain things that are not for us anymore. So I hope you enjoyed this message. This was my message about the new moon, guys. And I wish you all the best in a happy life and a happy future. And it looks bright, guys. But until next time.